Hello. Last time I talked about hopping on your first matchmaking game. These parts, assuming you started from rank one and you want and now in this part we're assuming you're rank two and above, and you kind of want to try to take it a little bit serious, and you go to this big boy tab and you see all of this. I haven't actually seen some maps, and that's pretty good, I guess. This could be overwhelming. You see all of these choices. Where the hell do I go? What's Vertigo? What's Mirage? Whatever. And I'll go some overview. I'll give an overview to these maps. First of all, first is Mirage, and the reason uh, why this is the only map highlighted. It's probably my favorite map. It Mirage is, in my opinion, uh, one of the easiest map, if not the easiest map to play in. It's because it covers most of the fundamentals of Counter Strike, but not to the extreme. This map can teach you about first uh, aim battles. Uh, it teaches you uh, counting grenades. One of the more advanced part of Counter Strike, actually. Basically, it's not a hard map to it's not a hard map to navigate. First, aim battles are quite easy. It has tight corners, but Uh, not too tight, and probably one of the more forgiving tight angles in the game if you like sniping or something like that. Uh, Headshot positions, not too hard again, like A stairs, one of the easier target headshot angles in the game. Uh, what else? Rotations. It can teach you on how to manage your rotation, whether or not you should be scared or whether or not you should be peeking. One of the strongest points, I think, for CTs, or at least in pubs, CT side in this map, especially A, you can manage it. B is one of the B side Mirage is one of the uh, easier B sites, I believe. Uh, Again, it can teach you about rotation, like if you want to catch off, one of the more popular rotation spots where you can get shut down easily is Murder Hole. You'll find map locations in this uh, map locations uh, as you play them frequently. Uh, Terrorist, you can play alone. This is the one of the maps uh, you can make plays from your judgment alone. If you have good aim, you can fight this, fight that, whatever. Uh, it's an easy map for me, and I believe that it is the best starter map in teaching you the basics of the game. Inferno. Uh, this is one of the more tactical maps. I believe you should at least uh, learn the learn the grenades if you want to enjoy this map. Oh, uh, if you don't know grenades in this map, uh, this one of the harder maps to fight uh, one versus one with. It's really skill based at that point. Uh, this is probably the map where it encourages players to learn how to memorize grenades, and that is part of the game, memorizing grenades and smokes, molotovs, uh, HE grenades, and if you want to level up your gameplay, you might want to play this map and learn the grenades. Although every map has their own grenade locations, I think this is one of the maps that is quite, I guess, easy to play for low levels, but easier to play if you memorize grenades. Like it's gonna give you a hell lot of a better time. Uh, as I said again, grenades. It could be said the same if you memorize the grenades on every map, but this is one of the maps where aim just doesn't really cut it. It's uh, some corners are really hard to peek, such as mid to T ramp, mid to uh, arch and arch and bracket, and so on and so forth. Overpass, I think one of the hard harder maps to navigate. Inferno is easy to navigate. Overpass, if you're CT side or even T side, it's hard to navigate, so you might have a hard time adjusting to this map. It has one of the hard, yeah, I think one of the harder grenade throws. Uh, there's a run throw depending on timing, and there's a train on B if you don't know that can block nade, so it's somehow timing based. Uh, really wide angles for this map, so uh, skill based. One of the harder maps to retake on if you're CT. Just an overview, and yeah, that's for Overpass. I hate this map personally. Vertigo. Oh wait, Vertigo. I think it's just a new addition. It's a fun map for noobs, and you can learn some cheeky grenade throws in it. And it's actually fun if you're low level. Uh, Grenade Vertigo is just new and relatively new compared to the other maps. The newest actually in the competitive map pool, like in the tournaments. So people are discovering stuff. The map is still being balanced, I think, being changed. And this version of Vertigo is uh, again fresh, and I think it's a fun map for noobs. It's hard to navigate. If It's kind of hard to navigate, but I think not as hard as Overpass. And there are a lot of cheeky spots where can give you the edge if you're new. Can find those spots like the boxes. Vertigo, I haven't really touched on this map, but the few times I played on this map is fun. Nuke, probably people argue that this is the most balanced map in the game. Balanced city side, T side. One of the more, I think, this map. I think you should avoid it if you're new. This map, if you hate wide angles, like really wide, it's like from here to your house. If this is not my house, from here to your school, you can probably see your school from where you're standing if you're playing Nuke. The distance in Nuke is outside is really wide. In inside parts kind of claustrophobic and metallic. There's a lot of thin metal walls, like in A, and it's hard to navigate. B side really hard to navigate. I still get confused when I come from secret, like from outside to B. Kind of hard to navigate, and it got changed. This version of Nuke is also new, but Vertigo is newer. Uh, Verdict, I suggest you ignore this map if you're new. If you want, if you really want to turn off your brain though, yeah, play Nuke. It's kind of fun if you don't want to take it seriously. Train, it's a wide map, but I I suppose it's playable. It's kind of playable. One of the harder smokes. So in pubs, no one actually does it unless they really want on high level, I guess. It's a personal guilty pleasure of mine when I was relatively new to the game, first 1,000 hours. Uh, information in this map, like locations, the location system in this map kinda confusing, especially on which train, what what train. There are a lot of trains in train. It kind of gets confusing. You might laugh, like if someone calls Pop Dog, IV, whatever. Uh, if you want somehow to challenge, it's kind of open. It's really long. I suggest you play this map if you're feeling kind of daring. It's not that hard, but uh, it could be intimidating, but it really isn't. You should play this map if you're ready to step up your map pool. It's not that hard to play. And from the last map, I said Dust 2 probably one of the hardest maps in this game for the reason that it's really aim based and rotations, map control really important in this map since uh ops thrive in this, and you might be losing a city side if you don't understand, but it is definitely one of the harder maps. You might notice that you're losing a city side if someone dies really early because rotations in this map really hard and really claustrophobic, like from CT to A, mid to A. As CT, it's hard to rotate there. If mid isn't open, there might be an op there. One of and speaking of ops, one of the harder newbie guns to master. Uh, Probably the fastest to master, but the hardest to one of the anyways ops essential in this map. They give a lot of space, so there are they cover a lot of angles, and there are a lot of good op spots, especially A long and mid, where op battles happen, especially in low rank. I think Terracide for low rank is much is the favorable side in this uh, in Dust 2, and yeah, but you can play it. It's not that hard to navigate, but the fundamentals are, I think, are hard to master in this map since they're so vital actually, but people forget it. People forget it. More if uh, the higher uh, the better your aim is, the better your dust 2 experience will be. Uh, Anubis, it's a new map this season. I haven't played it, so I'll skip over that. Cash, renewed, one of the aim-based maps, I suppose, with easy smokes, easy nades. If you're into that, it's not that hard, but to play, it's not that hard to navigate. It's easy to master and really straightforward, actually. Uh, this map is also probably beside Mirage. I would put it's there are some tight corners such as A halls and B main, uh, probably where the gun battles would occur. Mid, sniper battles on mid, I guess. Uh, Retakes on this map, rotations on this map are easy, but retakes are kind of hard. Actually, no. Retakes on this map are actually easy. So if you want to make some plays, this is the map to go. And one of the easier maps to go. Agency, it's hostage, so it's not part of the competitive map pool really. Agency and office, if you wanna have fun, I guess you and try something different. Office is claustrophobic. It's just hallways and hallways. Agency, one of the wider maps, especially as you can see on this thumbnail. It's actually fun. One of the my guilty pleasure also. Both of these maps. Uh, One of the wider ones, but you shouldn't really take it seriously if you're playing competitive. If you want to have fun, you play those. Scrimmage maps. They You might want to try Mirage first, or it's unranked. It doesn't affect your rank, but overall message is take your time memorizing these maps. It's part of the game. If you want to play competitively, you memorize the callouts. We call them callouts, the locations, so you can help your teammates. If you're just hopping on, uh, I think it's good to communicate with your teammates through voice chat, or even type, and gradually, you'll improve. Yes, you will lose a lot. Yes, you will lose a lot, but the mindset, I guess, is just to have fun. But you might want to learn a thing or few in every match. And don't stress. Don't stress yourself too much uh, on playing competitive. It can get tiring and or frustrating or both, but your mental health is much more important than a game. Basically, uh take some breaks if you want to play. If you feel burnt out, don't force yourself to play. It can really drain you. Matches could be mentally drained, and if you don't like the feel of these competitive matches, uh, you might want to uninstall the game. But if you just hate it because of hackers, uh, or at I hope it's just Smurfs, like high rank people playing on lower ranks. Uh, you can learn a lot from Smurfs on how they play. This game has a replay function. This game has a replay function where you can see your most uh, recent games. You can download them, as you can see. Download. It expires apparently. You can download your replays. You can see their uh what do you call this, highlights, or you can watch the whole game by yourself. Of course, you'll watch it by yourself. You might. wanna learn or something or two. And the replay function is can also help if you want to like see your sick frags or anything. If you download it, you can see. Oh, let's you can see your point of view and the enemy's point of view, their highlights, their lowlights, where you died, or you can watch the whole game. And good luck to those who will just have their first competitive matches every 2 wins. The timer, uh, th- there's a 22-hour timer on that, which the game calibrates you to, you know, to know what rank you are. But for a newcomer, just enjoy the game, just feel the game. Honestly, you will lose, but that's okay. You're just learning the game. No need to rush. If you're good, you're good. There are people who are in low rank that are actually better than people in high rank. If uh, you know, better teammates, better in more ways than other people in high rank. Some people are just boosted or just really lucky apparently. And high rank in this game, not really the best place since there's a lot of hackers. This game has a lot of issues when it comes to the anti-cheat. So, you might want to transfer to Face It again, as I mentioned from the first video, I think. Face It, ESEA, or whatever pug service. Just enjoy the game, have fun fragging, and for me personally, the reason why I played this game a lot because I find it really the tactical aspect of this game really fun, and I hope it does you guys feel the same too when you play this game and learn more about it. And that's it for this video. I hope I help you guys on your first on how to tackle at least maps, and I'll think on how I'll make more content for you guys. Thank you.